it's intense here, it's intense there, it's intense everywhere. And I think we can all agree upon the fact that the last 2 weeks have been a bit of a bumpy road for sure. So I'm very glad to finally be able to like say, yes, now we're like turning the page. And it's like a big page. This week is like the start of a whole new chapter that we've been like pondering upon since the fall of 2024. We had all these retrogrades, all these actually hard new moons as well. But this week, a lot of change is happening. You're going to feel the shift. And today I'm going to talk especially about Venus entering in the sign of Aries. She's going to do that as we speak, I think within an hour, depending on where you live in the world, of course. But finally, Mars is getting out of shadow. Jupiter is getting out of shadow. Venus is going to get out of shadow in the middle of May. So, oh my God, thank God. Like, it is a very welcoming sign for me to see. So I'm going to start with sharing my screen so I can go into the good things today. So, Venus in Aries. So Venus is the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and Aries is a fire sign. It is the first sign of the zodiac, the sign of the self. So about self-interest. This whole Venus retrograde period was especially a big emphasis on self-love, because it went back into the sign of Aries that started on March the 1st. On March the 27th, she jumped back into the sign of Pisces, and today she's jumping back into Aries. So yes, very, very cool. Now she's like returning in Aries with like a whole different vibe. She had like so much time to reevaluate, and now it's like, yeah, there's still final clearing happening in up until the middle of the month, but overall she's increasing in speed. She's like, yeah, forward and faster with like this whole new mindset about finance and love. So yeah, after all these months of inner reflection, the Venus, Mercury retrograde back into Pisces, the final last sign of the zodiac, which represents final endings and also confusion. Now it's like about knowing what you want. It's about having a clearer understanding about how you can value yourself in a much more healthy way. And this is like the time where you can go boldly after go boldly after your dreams. So yeah, a big reclamation of self-love, personal independence, and also a new kind of financial ambition. So the whole purpose of this Venus retrograde was very, very simple. It's like the right people will show up the moment you stop pretending to be someone else. Venus retrograde in the sign of the self was obviously about self-love. And Venus was very, very tightly conjunct Saturn for over 3 weeks, which is like very, very rare. Normally, Venus passes over Saturn in 2 days, more or less. Now, because of the retrograde motion, she stayed there for 3 weeks. And Saturn is heaviness. Saturn is responsibility. It is duty. It is long-term commitment. So a lot of people had the chance to really rethink the long-term commitments. And Saturn is also about burdens. So what the burdens were, or like the burdens became very, very clear about your long-term commitments. And now that like needs to change. So yeah, the past 3 weeks could have felt a bit more heavy, serious, lonely, and full of like difficult relationship decisions. Could also be about some difficult financial decisions, a lot of reality checks, and Venus entering Aries now lifts that heavy, tiring vibe. She's gonna replace that with a lot of action, decisiveness, and also like this fiery boldness. But let's remember that Venus is in detriment in Aries. That means she doesn't really like to be there. But after all she's been through with Saturn on top of her, she's like, oh my God, get me the fuck out of here and like get me somewhere where I can be more passionate, more feisty. So yeah, this is going to be a whole vibe shift for sure. Aries is, of course, ruled by Mars. the planet of action, desire, war, passion. So traditionally, it's not a natural fit for like Venusian themes. Venus wants harmony, diplomacy, and instead of sweetness and compromise, Venus in Aries is about courage, and she has this very go-getter attitude towards love, money, beauty, and also your personal desires. So now is the time to really chase what you want without an apology or without caring what others think. That is also very typically Aries. They don't care what others think. So Aries is very self-focused. People are going to act more impulsively in relationships. They're going to prioritize their own needs first. And although the shadow side of Aries can be quite egotistical, I think in our society, it's very, very important that we put like a spotlight on these desires of ourselves. We're like way too kind, way too way too bothered about other people and what they're gonna think when we take certain actions. You're gonna feel that people are gonna be less bothered by that right now. So very strong urge for excitement, for freedom, but it can cause a little bit friction because Aries is of course the sign of war. It is also the sign of sexuality. And Venus is going to trine Mars in the middle of the month, and I will get deeper into that. It's going to get very, very hot. So these are finally the welcoming rewards from all the retrogrades that we've been through. And hey Arno, glad to see you live here with us today. And hi Inge, thank you for joining. We're going to look a bit at the chart. So I'm going to highlight all the important dates for Venus in Aries period. So that starts, of course, today as she's jumping into Aries as we speak. She's going to, make a trine towards Mars in the middle of the month. That is something to like really, really look forward. I am for sure as an Aries looking forward to that. So if you're a fire sign, it's gonna get interesting for sure. So today Venus is at 0 degrees of Aries, and 0 degrees of Aries, that is like the very, very first sign, the very, very first degree of our whole zodiac wheel. So 0 degrees is actually the world axis. So a very, very powerful degree that has been recently activated by the Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde. Neptune just jumped into Aries a month ago. Saturn will jump into Aries at the end of May, the 24th or 25th, depending on where you are in the world. And 0 degrees of Aries is actually, it symbolizes global changes. So all these retrogrades and all these planets shifting onto that degree, they really acted or acting like some kind of wave. It's like when all the planets went retrograde over that degree, it was like the water retreating and getting ready to form this massive wave. And now with Venus leaving her shadow period in the middle of May, we will be finally able to start surfing the wave, and we will all feel this collective push towards new bold beginnings. So yes, very, very positive. Aries is, of course, the first sign of the zodiac, so expect new things. Aries is about excitement, passion, starting new things. Like me as an Aries, I have all these different interests, all these different things I want to do, and I start a lot of things. Like Aries is like the match that like sets the house on fire. It's the first spark. But for Aries, it's a little bit more difficult to complete things. So you can keep that in mind whenever you start all these new different projects. If you have planets in Aries, let's say Sun, Moon, rising sign, even Venus or Mars, it's actually a very, very positive sign. What's about to happen here in the 3rd and 4th week of May? People with a lot of fire have a big chance of falling in love over the next couple of weeks. Mars and Venus will create this beautiful fire trine in the sky during the 3rd of May. Venus in Aries, very passionate, very excited. You can look at it as like the warrior princess. She's like very excited to hunt, celebrate some kind of victory because she won. That is like now Venus in Aries. And you can see Mars into the sign of Leo, also in a fire sign, very feisty. So our desires, action, and our planet of instinct is in the sign of romance, because that is part of Leo. Leo rules love, dating, children, creativity, and Leo things get born. And the fact that it's going to make a trine towards the first sign of the zodiac, something new is going to be born, whether it's like a child, a new relationship, a creative project. All of these things are very, very positive to start over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, all these things happening, it will be felt immediately in the matters of the heart, where it like matters most. So yeah, a big energetic reset. Aries is pure beginnings, fresh starts, and also raw identity. On May the 2nd, I'm gonna read Arnold's comment. Coming up for yourself, Aries. Yes, Aries is the warrior. If you operate out of love, is super important if needed in this time. Yes, the best. Like, thank you so much, Arnold, for really typing this beautiful comment, because yeah, it will be very, very easy to really stand up for yourself in a way more kind and loving way. Normally Aries is quite direct, quite bold, and now with Venus that can soften a little bit as well. So thank you, Arno. Then on May the 2nd, we're going to see Venus conjunct Neptune for a couple of days. Very dreamy, very romantic. These are actually magical vibes. Neptune is a planet of spirituality. So when Venus meets Neptune, there's like this enormous surge of creativity, romance. You can feel very inspired. There's this sense of idealism and love. Very, very highly magnetic transit for art, beauty, spiritual connection. People are going to be more open-hearted, and also more imaginative, and easier connected to dreams and fantasies. But be a little bit careful about like wearing this rose-colored glasses and all of these themes that I've just mentioned. Neptune, it's like impossible to see faults or mistakes in someone else, and you can like idolize them later to be a little bit disappointed, but overall very welcoming energy. And the fact that it's happening in Aries for the first time in our lifetime, because Neptune just shifted into Aries as well. It's like about pursuing your ideals fearlessly. So yeah, people's emotional defenses are going to get lower under this Venus-Neptune aspect. So people are going to crave a way deeper spiritual or emotional connection, but be very mindful of boundaries. Neptune, all is one, oneness, yeah, no boundaries. Neptune doesn't know any boundaries. It wants to unite. So it's very easy to project your fantasies onto others and to put people on a pedestal. So yeah, dissolving boundaries. Venus is value. It's also focused on how we love ourselves. So making it more bolder, more inspired choice about who we are and how we want to present ourselves in the world. So yeah, burst of creativity. We're gonna see some beautiful things getting created in visual art, in music, in design, even personal style, fashion. Some very beautiful things can get invented under this transit. So and it's going to be very bold, very straightforward. Yeah, even can see new social media trends. And there's going to likely be a wave of people like changing how they present themselves to the world. So really embrace this inspiration, create some art, stay grounded, double check facts, because yeah, if you're going to make major financial decisions, you can make mistakes under this influence, because you're not able to see like reality. I had a DM earlier today sending me like, you have a distant family member in Turkey and he passed away, and if you like give me this and that and your number and your bank account, you can like have his inheritance, and it's like $9 billion. I just laughed so hard because I know it's this influence. So be a little bit more mindful about scams, because yeah, it's like harder to see reality. And also trust actions more than words. Aries is a sign of action, so watch how people show up, not just what they say. Then we also have, thank you so much, Arno. I'm only seeing this right now. Thank you for the super chat. You're such a sweetheart. So then we have May 6th. Venus is going to sextile Pluto. And actually, before I start reading this chart, I want to mention something, because in the upcoming weekend, so the 3rd and the 5th are going to be the weekend. I'm going to check real quick. Yes. So Saturday the 3rd, Sunday the 5th, we can see like this upcoming major jaw-dropping event, because on May the 4th, Pluto is going to station retrograde. Pluto is the planet of intensity, power, manipulation, things hidden in the underground, revealing the truth that's not always, not always things we want to see. But this jaw-dropping event can be related to a public figure. Pluto is intensity, Pluto is power, and we are seeing a moon increasing, like a moon building up towards a full moon in Scorpio, and that is going to happen on May the 12th. Pluto is going to rule this upcoming full moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is the most intense sign of the zodiac. It's always like, oh my God, not again, or not this, or I didn't want to see that, but it's going to reveal a lot of things. And Pluto can also, and Scorpio can be about that. There's like that something needs to die, something needs to go. And this upcoming full moon in Scorpio will be at 22 degrees. And the 22 degree is the kill or be killed degree in astrology. And yeah, it's going to be in regards to a public figure. It's something that the whole world will talk about. It's going to be bigger than Katy Perry in space, or the Pope dying, or the blackout in regards to the electricity we saw yesterday or the day before. So also worth to mention that during the weekend, the moon here will be on top of Mars, and Mars is finally out of retrograde, out of shadow. So the moon is going to black out Mars. And yeah, whenever Mars gets like this blackout or gets covered up from the moon, it's not happy, and it starts to act like a little spoiled child that wants attention. The fact that Mars is traditional ruler of Scorpio, Pluto is the traditional, the modern ruler of Scorpio. Blah, blah, blah. I'm talking too loud. I'm too excited today. There's just so much to say. So during the weekend, the moon will block out Mars, and it will oppose Pluto. And that will happen over Trump's ascendant, this Trump's rising sign. It will all it's all interconnected. So I think it will be connected to him, and something very big is going to happen, especially for America in the upcoming weekend. A full moon in Scorpio is not something we're looking forward to. And after May 12th, things can May 12th can be like the last final hit from the volcano, but after that things are gonna calm down, and actually the 3rd and the 4th week of May are gonna be very, very nice. So yeah, this upcoming weekend something big can happen. We can all gasp for air if you really care. So okay, May 6th. That being said, it has nothing to do with the Venus in Aries, but it's something important to mention as well. So May 6th, Venus sextile Pluto. It's about deep transformation, powerful new goals, connections. It's this empowered transformation. We get a supportive sextile to Pluto. Pluto really, it craves this deep, lasting change. It's about going to hell and back, and leave something behind, and rise like the phoenix. That's what Pluto all about. So profound transformation, about Venus, about relationships, about money. So this aspect is really it's going to help us strengthen, renew, rebuild what really matters to us. can be a very passionate and magnetic energy. It's like it's going to give us like the determination to pursue what we want without fear. Pluto rules fear. And you might find yourself more focused on building this real sustainable value in your life, and not just chasing this superficial instant gratification. That is not what Pluto wants. And because Pluto is an Aquarius, it can be about also things about the future. Aquarius is about futuristic views. So yeah, new relationships, financial ventures, and also creative ideas linked to community, because that's also a part of Aquarius. So yeah, it's like on a deeper level, it can also help heal these wounds related to self-worth, love, and trust. And if you've like struggled in the past with narcissism, with manipulation, betrayal, and fear of trust, or like trust issues in relationships, that's all part of Pluto as well. This sextile is really like gonna offer you an opportunity to rebuild that trust. And of course, that starts with yourself, but you might find yourself more drawn to these emotional, deeper truths, and also understanding your own values better. And that can be like the way for setting more powerful intentions in love. So relationships, if you already have a relationship or you have a new relationship, all these emotions are going to take on a way more richer, more soulful tone under this transit. And connections that are made now during this aspect are going to have the potential to be extremely intense, extremely loyal and devoted, and deeply transformative. So very good time for deep conversations, for emotional transparency, and for real vulnerability. So yeah, be fearless about what you want. Pluto really supports courage and authenticity now. So I really let go of what's like weak or superficial, and focus on what holds true power in your life. And you can like have a big transformation about that. Hi, Star Girl. So glad to see you here. And Arnold says starting May with a banger, like March and April were not enough. Yeah, I know, Arnold. It's been like so rough these last couple of weeks, but we're almost through it. We're gonna get through it very, very quick. And you're gonna be very surprised during the middle of May, towards the end of May. And you're gonna have these blessings from the universe after all these reinventions, reassessments, reviews. Oh my God, I'm so over it right now. And hi, Ma'am Jax. Good morning. So, another date. Yeah, this is like the moment we're all waiting for. On May the 13th, Venus is going to reactivate the 9th degree of Aries. And this is where she went retrograde. Well, it was a 10th degree, but like almost. We had Mercury going retrograde over that degree. We had the solar eclipse in Aries happening in March 29th. So all these big intense things happened around that degree. And now Venus is going to reactivate that. So yeah, very crucial time period. Massive shifts in identity and love, and all these things happened around, let's say beginning of March until end of March. A lot of things started to get in motion, and now this is like a cosmic checkpoint. It's like, what seeds did you plant back then, and like how are they growing right now? Pay like very close attention to the echoes from the eclipse on March the 29th, and pay attention to the echoes around the middle of May, of course, because they will like inform you about the themes you're meant to pursue with this renewed clarity now that all the planets are finally direct. So a very powerful reawakening. It's like a major energetic flashpoint. Eclipses there, they really like plant these seeds for massive change. And all these retrogrades happening, it's like such a sensitive spot in our zodiac wheel at the moment, and it's gonna like reawaken and really accelerate the themes that are initiated during the eclipse in Aries by the end of March. So especially in love and money. So really think back to what was happening around late March. Yeah, are these things like, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. If something special happened during the end of March, even let's say middle of March, because then we had the first eclipse of this year. So that was on the 14th of March. So 14th until the last 2 weeks of March, if something popped up out of the blue that like was like, oh, baffling you a little bit, now it's gonna like see this new momentum. So if you like missed an opportunity, if you like hesitated, if you felt a little bit uncertain back then in March, May 13th is going to offer you this second chance. So yeah, maybe some of you are now finally are getting this clarity, and maybe it's going to push you to give you the final courage to make that decision, maybe take that leap, or to finally let go of what's holding you back. So yeah, you're gonna see this external confirmation, new opportunities, shifts, and major moves after around this time. So very important to trust what your heart is telling you. Venus highlights your true emotional needs, and be brave. Aries energy really favors boldness and action. And also don't ignore what was like stirred up during the eclipse. It's unfolding right now as we speak. So another important happening is 2 days later, Venus is gonna leave her shadow. So then she's finally moving forward after these long weeks of reassessment. So yeah, up until the 15th, she was retracing old ground, and now she's gonna like end up in this new territory. It's like a full energetic reset in all matters of love and finance. So this is like the end of a very long chapter. Um, Venus actually started slowing down in November last year, so in 2024. She went into shadow at the end of January. She started her retrograde in March, and now she's coming out of shadow finally. So, yeah, I know the Venus retrograde was not as easy for everyone, because, yeah, it tends to highlight hidden patterns in love and relationships, also in self-esteem and money and pleasure, and all these things were like exposed during the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, Aries is the warrior. What are you willing to fight for? It's no longer inwardly focused or like stuck in re-evaluating. Now all these themes are settled. The doubts are going to clear up, indecisions are going to fall away, and you can now move forward with all this confidence in the choices you want to make. She's going to become so much sharper and bolder, much more confident in expressing the desires, and really like, yeah, there's no more hesitation. It's time to really pursue what lights you up inside. So yeah, very, very powerful time. It is like now safe to act on your instincts from the middle of May. So let's look at what's coming next, because I'm excited. We are going to see a Venus trine Mars, and the aspect is going to be exact around the 22nd, but it's going to be palpable from the 20th until the 24th. And actually it's already here, but it's going to like build up now. It's going to get very, very hot by the third week of May. So prepare yourself. Really, if an opportunity lands on your lap, take them with both hands. It's like a big blessing of the universe. So yeah, this is one of the most exciting, dynamic, and supportive aspects for love, passion, and action on that. There's this beautiful romantic alignment, and this is like the best one of the whole Venus in Aries period. So Venus normally is like this sweet girl with a flower skirt, acting all cute, and now she's like transforming into this femme fatale kind of vibe. And in the sign of Aries, she's full of desire, And then we have Mars in the sign of Leo. Mars is now acting as this untamable lion that is like gonna jump on you and it's gonna like rip your clothes off. So also a very playful energy into the sign of Leo. And they are in trine aspect. So that really symbolizes this natural flow and ease. And this is when things can fall onto your lap. It's like when there are trines happening, you don't need to do anything for it. So pay very, very close attention to who or to what falls on your lap. And they're gonna be major, major blessings. So don't hold back on your desires. It would be such a waste of this fated energy after all these months of reassessment. Cancel your fear and really welcome it in. It can make you very, very happy in the future. Mars belongs to Aries in traditional astrology. So Aries and Mars, they are connected to this primal sexuality. So when it's making a trine to its own sign, and if you have planets in, especially in the middle degrees of Aries and especially in the middle degrees of Sagittarius, but also Leo, oh boy, it's gonna get hot. And I know for a fact that a lot of people will have very, very satisfying physical contact, whether that's like a first kiss or a first time making love. Aries is the first sign, the first fire sign. So it's about these new passionate experience. And Mars and Venus, they are the cosmic lovers. And both harmonizing in these fire signs is going to bring this electrifying chemistry. It can bring very bold, powerful new collaborations. It doesn't have to be necessarily on a sexual level. It can also be about a new partnership that like really is really aligned as well. So yeah, we're going to feel this unstoppable momentum in creative or romantic pursuits or in business way. So yeah, after months of recalibration, the trine finally brings the rewards. So Venus and Mars both in a fire sign trining each other, it's going to create this kind of partner in crime kind of vibe. It's like Bonnie and Clyde. So if you form a partnership under this alignment, it's going to be so vibrant. It's going to be fueled by this mutual passion and respect. Yeah, people with planets in fire, they can fall madly in love or like feel like stepping into your authenticity in a way deeper level. The energy in late May really supports this fearless action, and it's like gonna be level 100%. So yeah, it's gonna bring this huge breath of fresh air. Yeah, it's like all these tough things we all went through the last couple of weeks, when this energy is going to come around, we're going to feel like, oh yeah, it was absolutely worth it. So say yes to collaboration, say yes to romance if you feel it deep inside. Don't hold back, take action on your passions. The universe is like really supporting you right now. Arnold says, so many relationships are on the brink or are on the brink. Yes, it's true. I felt collective pain last days. Only grounding and trusting it will be better, and this is for the good. Yeah, it's true, because we had two moons that were ruled by Venus. So that's why relationships were under attack or review or like reassessment. I saw many betraying their partner last weekend. Yeah, well, in January, I've put out a report on the 2025 deep dive. And I've talked about this Venus retrograde in the beginning of the year. And I said a lot of people were going to betray their partner. But if you do it while it's retrograding back into Pisces, Pisces is also about illusions, betrayal, cheating. That all belongs to Pisces. And now that it's jumping back into Aries, I said back then that we're going to be a lot of fights. So it's like, yeah, Venus is very, very feisty in Aries. And if you have been cheating on your partner, like things are going to be revealed right now, and there's going to be huge fights about that. You never cheat on your partner, but definitely not during a Venus retrograde. So, yeah, there are going to be bad consequences, which I've warned for such a long time. The middle of May is a good time to change or switch something up. Before that, not a good time. The universe is not supportive of that. So, well, universe is never supportive of cheating on your partner. Before people like misunderstand me, it's just if you do it while Venus is in retrograde, that's like yeah, very, very bad karmic repercussions. So we will then see Venus conjunct Chiron. It's going to create this very tender healing moment. Chiron is the wounded healer. So yeah, it's going to represent or show our wounds around identity, rejection, abandonment, and also the feeling of not being good enough can pop up during this time. But you can see it's a beautiful trine. The moon is there with Mars as well. Yeah, it just needs to come up so it can get released. Chiron is always our sensitive point, and all the sensitivities around this new fiery energy, it's going to trigger some past issues of abandonment, and it's going to show us now that it's okay to let them go. So it's going to stir up these old insecurities, maybe wounds that are going to be related to not feeling lovable, fears of rejection, emotional pain from the past can come up. And it's actually awareness leading to healing. So yeah, it's not about reliving this old pain. It's this cosmic opportunity to really soothe, forgive, and also reclaim your worth. So if such a things come up, there can be like a big breakthrough in the barriers of shame, fear, and it's going to in the end build towards a stronger, more authentic connection with ourselves and also with others. So yeah, if you feel around this time I'm not good enough, I'm too much, I always get abandoned, really recognize these patterns and allow them to release them, because now there's this opportunity to go beyond that. So yeah, it's like, don't worry about it. It will be a very short-term transit, and a couple of days later, brace yourself, because then we're gonna see this Venus sextile Jupiter. So Venus, love, money, beauty. Jupiter makes everything bigger, larger. It is the expander. Whenever it touches something bad, it tends to make things worse. But whenever it touches something good, it makes it like 10 times better. So June the 4th, very beautiful energy again. So everything that's like got lit up during the Mars-Venus trine in the middle of May are gonna see, we're gonna see it continued through June as well. Very positive, very expansive, very uplifting. This is like really a feel-good aspect. It brings lightness, it brings hope, optimism, especially after like the deeper emotional healing work of Venus conjunct Chiron that we saw a couple of days before that, which we just like went over. So when we go through the wounds and let them go, we are going to receive a blessing again. Generosity, kindness, abundance is all part of Venus and Jupiter. So some are going to have blessings and new relationships, new friendships. For others, it will be in money-related things. So yeah, very strong potential to flourish, great moment to invest your time and energy into art, and really into experience that bring real joy and inspiration. So fantastic time for socializing, for going on a first date. If you haven't been dating in the middle of May, then this is also a good time to go on a date. Good time to meet new people, good time for romance, very open-hearted energy, affection, good news, and new opportunities. So yeah, it's very, very beautiful, because this happens right before Venus moves into Taurus. And Venus in Taurus, that's like her home sign. So she's like working very, very beautifully in the sign of Taurus. So before she comes into this beautiful home sign energy where she just likes to give all the good stuff, we're seeing a Venus sextile aspect as well. So these last 2 weeks of May are going to be, and first week of June are going to be so good. Yeah, beautiful new things. So really express gratitude. That is the most important thing for Jupiter. Jupiter traditionally belongs to the ninth house of Sagittarius. It's important to express gratefulness and gratitude, because then it will like multiplies the abundance of the Venus-Jupiter connection here. So yeah, really allow yourself to feel optimistic about love, money, and future possibilities, because in the last couple of weeks and even months, we could have like lost a little bit of hope. So now people can be like, oh wow, things are going good, but am I able to trust it? Is it like not just another catch, or like is there something that's not right? People can sometimes forget that life can go well too. So yeah, allow yourself to feel optimistic about love and money. So how to work with the energy? And Arnold says Jupiter received 2 times big solar flares. So I would say it's energized as well. Yes. Yeah, it's true. We are seeing a lot of solar flares as well right now. The energy is really picking up. So how to navigate this energy? How can you work with all these passionate, feisty, fiery energy that are gonna come onto us, or is upon us? Venus and Aries is about courage. So I think the best tip I can give you guys is don't overthink. Best tip, get out of your head. If your heart feels called towards something, just go for it. And prioritize yourself. It's okay. It's also necessary to put your own needs first now. Don't feel guilty for your desires. It's very distant, so act without guilt. And if you feel a bit overwhelmed about this positive energy, or maybe you're feeling overwhelmed by a new attraction, then the best thing you can do is move your energy. Physical energy is going to be huge. Dance, work out, go on a walk, play sports, play music, really channel the fire. So all that fire, all that temptation, all that desire. Some of you guys might need to go for an extra run in the upcoming weeks. And also be playful in love, flirting, dating. Also a very beautiful energy for refreshing existing relationships with like this new spontaneity, and that can like really strengthen your current connection as well. Keep it light, keep it fresh, keep it exciting, surprise your partner. It can be very, very, very positive. So then, crystals to use to maybe channel a bit of the fire. The first one is carnelian. It's passion, or like it amplifies courage, passion, vitality. Although I'm not quite sure if we're gonna need some crystals to really amplify all the passion. But yeah, it's perfect for love energy. Rose quartz, of course, is the heart, and the rose quartz can balance Aries impulsiveness with a more gentle self-love and emotional healing kind of vibe. So we also have garnet. It can deepen passion and also help ground fiery energy. And we also have red jasper that can help grounding impulsive energy, and can also stabilize emotional outbursts, and also good for long-term strength. And if you want to like amplify it even more, you can put a clear quartz with all the other stones to like really amplify all your intentions. So yeah, some affirmations. I'm gonna restart. I boldly claim the love, abundance, and beauty I deserve. I move towards my dreams with fearless joy. And also, my desires are worthy and I honor them fully. These are some things that can help you integrate the fiery, feisty energy. Okay, we're gonna start with the 12 signs. So for those who don't know which sign to listen to, maybe it's the first time you're watching, you can go to astroseek.com. You can type in your birth details. So first you select the birth chart, then you type in all your birth information, and then you will get to know your own chart. So for example, this chart is a Capricorn rising. The first big black line is your rising sign. And it's important to know because the best way or the best readings are the rising signs. So if you are a Capricorn rising, for example, you need to listen to Capricorn, and then you can listen to your sun sign if you're a Taurus, for example. Rising sign is going to be most accurate, the readings. So we're gonna start with Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You are gonna have, of course, Venus entering into your sign in the first house. And I've took the middle of May to display here on screen. So you'll see the perfect Venus trine Mars. And your first house and your sign is, of course, about yourself, your identity, your body. And it's like receiving a cosmic spotlight on you right now. So very naturally magnetic. He can be more attractive. Guys can turn their heads more on the street. You'll notice it. So it's like a personal glow up. Venus is going to enhance your charm, your beauty, your presence, whether you realize it or not. So you're really like drawing these people and all these opportunities and more admiration, and can even manifest in financial benefits. And it can happen simply by being yourself. Isn't that beautiful right now? Venus rules your second house of money, also self-worth, and your seventh house of partnerships. So for my dear fellow Aries, something is going to shift for you in that, and you're going to start noticing that in the middle of May. So romantic and social magnetism is like particularly strong right now. Venus can make you more charming, more appealing. If you're looking to attract love, very perfect. Or if you want to enhance an existing relationship, you can work with this energy as well in a very beautiful way. It's a very golden period in business partnerships as well. You could attract more clients and actually more benefits from networking that can like result in financial blessings. Many Aries rising are going to feel very inspired to refresh something in their appearance because this is in your first house. It can be something changing about your hair. It can also be about something in your wardrobe, investing in new skincare. You can like have a total revamping going on. So, and it's not out of vanity. It's like, really, this energy is going to help you align your external self with like this new inner confidence that Venus is like really encouraging you to embody right now. Some of you are gonna need to work out to channel this energy to feel calm at night, especially with Mars in the fifth. It's a very, very fierce, unapologetic, and radiant time for my Aries risings. It really encourages you to be bold, authentic, and also be proud of who you are. Redefine your own personal brand, step into your power with confidence, and allow yourself to be seen. And allow yourself to be seen in an unfiltered and fully alive kind of way. And enjoy the magnetism. But be careful how you use it. If you're going to abuse it, then Pluto is going to kick you in the butt. So you need to be very mindful, don't let it go to your head. Don't become arrogant. And then you will receive all the beautiful blessings from this transit happening in your sign. So I'm so curious. Let me know what's going on for you, my dear fellow Aries. I'm really, really happy for you after all these months. This is a welcoming sign. And Rita says, I so appreciate your knowledge in this area. Please keep on doing what you are doing. I look forward to your posts, Astrid. Thank you so much, Rita. That is so beautiful. I'm wondering which sign, which sun sign you have, and rising sign as well. Okay, then we are going for Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. You're going to have Venus and Aries in your 12th house. And for Taurus, this is important because Venus is your chart ruler. It's going to activate your 12th house of rest, healing, dreams, very private house, spirituality, hidden matters. It's very deeply reflective transit. Venus is not visibly or outwardly expressive. It is hidden in the 12th house. You're gonna have to wait until Venus comes into Taurus next month, actually in June. So yeah, instead of these loud celebrations and all these external opportunities, Venus asks you to turn inward, recharge, and reconnect with your inner self. And I think you don't like to hear this after all this Venus retrograde time, but yeah, maybe some of you are going to need to take a break in order to enjoy life a bit more. Can also mean withdrawing from busy social obligations, taking some time off of work to rest, to reflect. If you want to go on a spiritual retreat, that can be very, very beneficial because the 12th house rules mysticism and spirituality. So can also just manifest in wanting more quiet alone time. Venus also encourages you here to heal your body. But yeah, it's like linked to your 6th house of wellness and routine. And it's also linked to the heart. So you need to like balance out spiritual and physical well-being. So mental and spiritual well-being. So yeah, beautiful time to do inner work, meditation, and gentle self-care. All these blessings are going to come from like the other realms for you during the next weeks. Venus in the 12th can also be about hidden desires and also secret romance. It is possible right now. Venus is hiding into the 12th house. Venus, yeah, it's sometimes cheating, sometimes illusions. So yeah, if it then jumps back into Taurus, it can then reveal the romantic feelings that you hadn't like fully acknowledged. That can also come up for you guys. So sometimes a love affair can begin very quietly during this 12th house transit, or like some feelings might deepen in a very private way before you can like express them openly. So be sure it doesn't implode inside of yourself, because yeah, Aries is very feisty, very fiery, the trine to Mars. You're gonna have to meditate and retreat and really find an outlet for it. Yeah, it can also, the positive thing is spiritual healing. It's like another key theme here. Venus really wants you to connect to a higher sense of love, spiritual love. Not just romantic love, but this unconditional love for yourself and for others. So yeah, use this time for journaling, meditation, visualization, making offerings to Venus. Can be working with flowers, with rose quartz, with rose candles. Yeah, also dreams can be very important. They are going to offer you some powerful clues about what you truly need to heal and also what you are ready to attract. So really prioritize rest, pay attention to your dreams, write it down. Intuition and gut feelings about love can hold important messages, and avoid rushing into new relationships, and also be a bit more wary about scams, financial scams. Be mindful of that. Can also be a beautiful time to like finally release things from the subconscious, because it trines Mars. The 12th house is the subconscious realm as well. So a very beautiful time to heal from old heartbreaks and old emotional wounds. Release the past. 12th house is final ending. So can be very beautiful, especially with the Venus conjunct Chiron that is going to happen in your 12th house. That will be especially potent for you. And Rita says you're a Taurus and Sun, Taurus Sun, and Leo rising, Aquarius moon. Oh, beautiful Taurus. And with Leo rising, that's an interesting combination. Then we have Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You are gonna have Venus in Aries in your 11th house of friendships, community, networking. It's also about your hopes and dreams for the future. So very, very fun, exciting, and can be very socially charged transit. Um, it's really like gonna put this extra spark in your connections with others. Venus is going to light up your social life. If you meet new people, you can strengthen existing bonds, especially with friends. And community can offer a lot of blessings to you. Friendships are going to be more dynamic and more bold. And Venus is like really adding this charm, warmth, and depth and attraction to your group environments. So yeah, if you bump into new friends right now, they can form very quickly, almost fated in a way. And also love and romance can really blossom through friends at parties, at social gatherings, or at networking events as well. Um, yeah, it's a period where you can meet someone very special, very casually, even if you're like not looking for it. So Venus rules your fifth and your 12th house, so can also be about hidden emotions and also a spiritual longing. This is like all connecting with this energy as well. So yeah, maybe some of you are gonna see some kind of a friend in a new romantic light. Can also be about discovering these hidden talents in group projects and you sharing more love and more exciting new projects and communities can also pop up. Um, Maybe some of you are gonna be asked to really share your passions in a public way in a group scene. Yeah, that can like really take off something on social media or with the internet as well. Community, all these things are very, very good. So yeah, if you have a chance to go network, really take that with both hands. If you need to launch something, if you need to do a podcast, if you need to send out a newsletter, do it in the middle of the month, or the towards the third week, the 20th. Between those dates would be perfect, and it's gonna like bring you a lot of luck if you do that now. So yeah, share your creativity, your talents, and your ideas with like a larger community. And if you do that, that could like open exciting doors during this period. So get out, Gemini, go socialize and say yes to all the invitations you get. Even if you're like not feeling up for it, just go and watch for romantic sparks among friends or within group settings. Networking can be used for professional growth as well. So make the most of it, my dear Gemini, and let me know how it's going. And hi, Claudia. Wishing you a beautiful day. Thank you. As a Leo rising, I'm looking forward to Venus in the ninth. Yeah. Oh, Mars is in your sign, and it's gonna trine Venus. That is gonna be one hell of a ride for you in a very positive way because Mars is in your sign. So cool. So cool. I'm having a very good day. Thank you, Claudia, and thank you for joining. I'm sending a big hug back your way. Then we have Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Venus is gonna enter into Aries and is gonna stay there and make a beautiful trine towards Mars in the middle of the month. And it's gonna happen in your 10th house of career, public reputation. It's like your achievements, what the world sees. Very powerful transit for ambition. It's gonna really enhance your visibility, your charm, and some kind of professional magnetism can come forward from this. So yeah, Venus is at the top of the chart. It's like climbing the very top, and it's time to shine in a very public way. And things can happen that are going to elevate your personal and professional status. So yeah, career recognition is like front and center of this transit. Venus is really going to bring opportunities that are going to attract support and even possibly promotions, awards. And people are going to notice your talents and your leadership abilities and your contributions at work in a way better in a better way. So if you're looking to launch a new business idea, if you want to be your own boss, that can be very good. You like need, or you are being called to step into a more public role. Very perfect time for making bold moves that everyone will see that are gonna pay off. So Venus also rules your fourth house of home, family, and roots, and also your 11th house of friends, allies, and networks. So relationships and even connections from the past, even family members, can help you advance professionally right now. So it could, for some cancers, involve some kind of family run business, can be with real estate, with Venus ruling your fourth house of home and place you live. So real estate, property management, home related industries, if you're in that as a Cancer rising, that is going to be a major boost for you. Or a friend can also help open new doors in a professional way. So yeah, can also happen that you fall in love with your boss because it's in the 10th house, or if you come in contact with people in authority, they're going to be way more nicer and more kind towards you. Yeah, it's like, yeah, the 10th house are people in power above you as well. So whether that's a boss, a mentor, yeah, they're going to play a crucial role. And even romance could really spark in professional or work settings. So yeah, if you unexpectedly bump into that, that can happen. And it's going to be very passionate and built on real authenticity. So yeah, it's going to favor those who are fearless in presenting themselves while everyone is seeing them. It can also be about if you need to speak public in a public way. That can also be very good for you. Just step over your fear. Don't hide behind modesty. That is like not the best way to handle this transit. Really show your talents, trust that being your true self will magnetize the right opportunities for you. So yeah, good luck, my dear Cancers, in showcasing your talents and leadership skills to the world. Everyone will love it. Then we have Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Oh my god, Leo. Mars in your sign is gonna trine Venus in another fire sign. So brace yourself. It's gonna get hot in a very good way. So Venus entering your ninth house is the realm of adventure. It's higher education, higher knowledge. It's also spirituality, publishing. It's also long distance travel and your look on the future. So yeah, Aries is a fellow fire sign. It feels very natural, very uplifting, and very inspiring for you because it's happening in a house of inspiration, and it's like calling back to your sign all this energy. So it can really stir this sense of wanderlust and also optimism, both physically but also intellectually. So a lot of expansion through travel, through study, a new philosophy. All these themes are going to become way more embedded into your life. Some are going to feel called to book a spontaneous long distance trip. If you want to attend workshops, very good. Also, higher education. If you dive into a new study, that's going to provide a lot of blessings for you as well in the future. And also, romance could blossom in a very unexpected way. And for you, my dear Leos, that can happen while traveling. It can also happen while you take on a new course. So in academic settings, it can happen. It can also come through connecting with people from like these different cultures or different backgrounds. And all the love and the pleasure and the blessings are going to now come through exploration, and these new experience can be overseas. So, because Venus rules your 10th and your third house, it can also come into professional opportunities that can be blessings. Career growth, it may all these new career growth can be supported through learning these new skills, because Venus rules your third house. It can also be about an important conversation that comes through. So it can be maybe you're going to complete some course and you get a certification, and then it's going to boost your own business or your job that you're already doing. So it can also influence a broader audience. So yeah, if you want to take this new training program, if you need to do publicly speaking, if you negotiate something right now in regards to overseas, that is very, very good. But you need to lead with courage and authenticity. If you are involved in a legal matter, things can turn in your favor right now. So that can be in regards to law and legality. Contracts can be about immigration paperwork, legal proceedings, and also if you have written a book and you're ready to publish it, it's gonna be a massive success. So very beneficial outcomes in all these areas, and these big ideas and these big new heart-centered missions really get ignited right now. So dream big, think expansively, act boldly. Venus in Aries really supports this visionary leadership, especially when you follow what lights up your heart. So it's gonna be a big personal growth process for you. Express yourself in a creative way, and if you are being called to take on a mentoring role, that is also very good for you during this time. So share your voice and ideas in a very confident way, because they can reach wider audiences right now. So let me know what happens for you, my dear Leo, and I wish you the best of luck. We have Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Venus in Aries is going to activate your 8th house of intensity. So, it's the domain of intimacy, shared resources, and also emotional vulnerability. It's the house of transformation, death, and rebirth. So, this for you is going to bring a lot of depth, a lot of intensity, strong focus on how you connect with others at the most personal, emotional, and financial levels. The 7th house is where you sign a marriage contract. The 8th house is where you decide how much you are going to invest in this, how much you're going to have sex with each other, how much give and take there is in a relationship. So the 8th house is a deeper house than the 7th. So it's really about, the 8th house is where emotions run deep. Important truths are going to be revealed about your closest bonds. The 8th house is the house of secrets as well. So intimacy, trust, emotional merging are front and center here. Venus is going to deepen your emotional and physical connections, and it's also going to expose your fear around vulnerability, control, and your sense of security. A lot of Virgo risings are gonna really crave this stronger emotional and financial partnership, or on the other hand, gonna realize where certain entanglements no longer serve the growth. So if you're in a committed relationship, it can be about shared finances, investments, debt, and also mutual resources. All these things could become a major topic of discussion right now. And it's going to lead towards this financial transformation, because Venus rules your 2nd house of personal finances and also your 9th house of higher learning, travel, and legal matters. So some of you are going to negotiate some new financial agreements, can also be dealing with inheritance, loans, taxes, all things connected to money where you didn't have to work for yourself. So yeah, very powerful time to reassess how you're like managing wealth or managing resources from other people, and yeah, receiving blessings in that. It can be about savings from other people, and also shared obligations. So all these things can also lead towards new psychological shifts that are going to boost inner growth. Yeah, the eighth house is the house of deep work, facing fears, healing emotional wounds, transforming old patterns. And Mercury, your chart ruler, also is in this house in the beginning of May. Here we can see it's already in Taurus, but as I'm speaking now, Mercury, your chart ruler, is also in the eighth house. So yeah, your mind is like especially attuned to trying to understand these complex emotional dynamics. So trust your intuition. If something feels off in a financial partnership, it likely is, and might come to an end, or it might get replaced by something better. It's about blessings here in the chart, guys. So don't freak out. It's also about boundaries and emotional honesty. That is going to be very crucial. And yeah, Venus has been on top of Saturn for so long. Many Virgo risings are feeling a strong urge to like clarify where they stand in relationships. And some Virgos are going to experience this beautiful deepening, and they like come to realize, that is Saturn, realize true what true and financial unity really is. And yeah, some are gonna get to that by seeing the fractures and what needs to heal or what needs to be transformed. So yeah, there can be moments of clarity, because something new maybe comes onto your path where you like realize, okay, this connection no longer aligns with my emotional needs. But either way, the ultimate goal of this transit is to empower, to give you truth, clarity, and also emotional liberation. So be courageous about discussing money, intimacy, and your emotional needs. And really focus on healing these old wounds around trust, betrayal, and loss. Something very, very beautiful can re-emerge and heal this old pain. So let me know how you're doing, my fellow Virgo risings. I wish you the best of luck. We have Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You are going to have Venus entering into your seventh house. So, yeah, it is the house of committed relationships, one on one interactions. It's going to put this major spotlight on all important relationships, whether that's romantic, business, client based, and even close friendships. Venus naturally is at home in the seventh house, even though it's Aries, a sign where Venus struggles a little bit, but for you it's of uttermost importance because you are Venus ruled. So yeah, it's powerful and emotionally significant for you. And it's about partnerships of all kinds. And all these things can really heat up during this time. And if you're single, with Venus in your seventh house, it's going to trine Mars. It's going to bring this beautiful opportunity to meet new people who feel really excited, very bold, very different. And if you're already partnered up, it can also reignite that passion, prompting you to either deepen your commitment, have important conversations. Can also be about meetings, negotiations, contracts, and also like your marketplace, or like how you attract clients as well. Yeah, Venus in Aries is a bit more self-focused. You could feel like a partner is a bit more self-focused during this time. Venus wants harmony, you want harmony. Yeah, do you really see people for who they are? Neptune and Venus are conjunct right now as we speak. Maybe you're giving way too much without getting, yeah, enough in return. That can be a theme in the next couple of weeks, especially now. But Venus rules your eighth house, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, your eighth house. So there's this powerful new transformation happening right now, about intimacy, about financial, emotional entanglements. Yeah, it's about money matters, matters of the heart. And yeah, you need to ask yourself if everything feels fair and balanced. And something more balanced could come in place if you are like having difficulties about current partnerships. A new big beautiful blessing out of nowhere could fall into your lap in the third or the last week of May. So yeah, be bold and direct in relationships and really say what you mean, but keep it respectful, of course, and really focus on this equal give and take in both emotional and financial partnerships, and let go of connections that show clear signs of imbalance or misalignment. Something more beautiful is gonna appear for you for sure. So good luck, my dear Libra. We have, and really knows says Libra is always deep. Yeah, it's true. It depends on where all the other aspects lie, of course. But Libra is always very. It's like the peacekeeper, keeps balance. It doesn't want to like do like this, so they need to stand up for themselves more. And I think this Venus in Aries is going to help them do that in regards to partnerships. So we have Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You're gonna have Venus in Aries, re-entering your sixth house of work, service, daily routines, health and habits, and also wellness. It's a very practical area of the chart. It's where your daily routines happen. It's where you go to work. It's your colleagues you meet on a daily basis. And Venus here is like gonna give you more joy in that area, maybe more motivation to do your everyday habits. It's gonna boost some sweetness in your workplace, and even you can see it manifesting in your relationships with co-workers. Can also be if you're self-employed in your employees, and it's also gonna be putting a spotlight on your wellness routine. Venus here really brings this desire for beauty, improvement. Aries is about boldness and quick action. So maybe you're gonna find yourself more energized to really start this new routine or workout routine. Maybe you're gonna join a new gym. You can improve your diet. You can reorganize your schedule in a more harmonious way that is more sweet and loving for yourself. Yeah, it's like finding pleasure in the mundane or in the everyday. So even small changes can really improve your quality of life in very meaningful ways. So some Scorpios might even find a new job or a new job opportunity. They can start a new project at work that can be very successful, or maybe they're going to join this new team that feels very exciting and refreshing. It's also about these social relationships at work. It can be maybe a new colleague that is gonna help you, or that is gonna become a friend of you. And there's a possibility as well. And also professional, all things professional are gonna genuinely support your growth. And if you, the sixth house is also the house of pets. If you buy a new pet right now, that is gonna give you so much love and happiness, and it's gonna provide you so much sweetness in your everyday life as well. So even integrating a new hobby in your day-to-day life is gonna be very, very welcoming for you. So, Venus rules your seventh house of committed relationships and also your 12th house of hidden emotions and your subconscious patterns and also healing. So, even a partner could really encourage you to have healthier habits. They can like help motivate you towards more self-care and even inspire some more disciplined spiritual practices. So, that's actually very beautiful. There's a sense that it needs action in that domain right now, and consistent everyday nurturing. But Aries energy can push a little bit too hard, so be mindful of burnout. But overall, Venus wants you to like fall in love with your everyday routine. and not to feel imprisoned by it. So small sustainable steps are really, really key here for you, my dear Scorpio. So let me know how it's going, and I send you the best of luck. We have Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Venus is going to re-enter your 5th house of romance, fun, creativity, pleasure, children. So, my dear Sagittarius, you are like very, very lucky. Yeah, this this period really promises a lot of bold, fearless action and a lot of fun and like full of joyful opportunities that are gonna come onto your path, and in ways where you can like really express yourself in a way in a better way. So yeah, romance and creativity are going to take center stage. Maybe some of you Sagittarius are going to get pregnant, so be a bit careful. It might happen. So yeah, the 5th house always awakens the desire to pursue what really lights up your heart. It's also fun stuff, especially with the trine towards Mars in the night. So it can be a new love affair, new artistic project, or simply like living your life with more passion and more playfulness. Flirting, casual dating, spontaneous romantic encounters are very, very common during this transit. So if you're single and if you're looking for love, get out of there, because you're gonna find it in these entertaining environments. Can be on concerts, theaters, sporting events, art shows, really places where the energy is very vibrant and very free flowing. But do it after this weekend, Sagittarius, because Pluto is going to station retrograde on May the 4th. This weekend is not the best weekend to get in big crowds. Wait until the weekend after that. Venus also rules your 6th house of health and your 11th house of friends, goals, and networks. So yeah, it can mean that a friend can play a crucial role in introducing you to new hobbies or new loves. Maybe a friend is going to ask you to go to a concert and there you bump into the love of your life. It's possible under this influence. It can also be friends that you can collaborate with and start a new creative venture. It would also be very good to find a lot of joy in fitness, creativity, and community. You can go dancing, can be a wellness focused group as well. But stay grounded in romance, definitely during the first few days of May, because Venus is then going to be on top of Neptune. So yeah, really engage in activities that are building your joy and really are enhancing your wellness. And also, don't go hide under a rock right now. Stay socially active, because new romantic and creative connections are very much favored during this time. So yeah, Venus in Aries, trining Mars in your house of fun, children, romance. So yeah, this is like such a good one for you, my dear Sagittarius. Enjoy it, and I wish you the best of luck. We have Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You are gonna have Venus in Aries in your 4th house of home, family, emotional security, and also your ancestral lineage and your roots. So a very powerful time to focus on your inner world, your living space, your emotional foundation, and also your relationship to home, literally and spiritually, because Venus in the sign of Aries in your 4th house is going to create greater beauty, greater comfort, and a greater or more beautiful connection with your private life. So home and family themes are going to take center stage. Some of you are going to consider making a move. Maybe some of you are going to have someone moving in or out. That is going to be a big blessing. So yeah, it can also be like finally finishing a renovation that you've been doing for quite some time. It can also about redecorating, or even bigger decisions like buying, selling, leasing property as well. Venus is gonna act in a very positive way in that area of your life right now. So yeah, Venus in the fourth is making your environment, your home environment, more beautiful, more welcoming. It can also be very emotionally fulfilling now. And that is like a big priority. Venus rules your 10th house of career and public life, and also your 5th house of creativity, joy, children, and romance. So actually, finding love at home. It's maybe weird to say, but yeah, they can like just be in your home for some reason and falling in love in this way. Yeah, you're gonna need to let me know how that plays out for you. Sometimes I'm just like saying things out of the blue, and then I'm wondering like how is this gonna manifest. So yeah, I'm curious what's going on for you guys. So fresh starts are very much highlighted here in the home domain. Venus spent such a long time entangled with Saturn, which brought all these caution, delays, and serious overthinking around communication and family dynamics as well. But now Venus is moving way more freely and into your home area, into your family dynamics. So yeah, it's going to be more daring decisions, can be even decisions in how you redecorate your home, can be more Aries style, or you can redecorate in an Aries way, like just getting everything done now, like putting the final things in a row. So it's also about really heartfelt conversations with the family. Some are going to talk about love with their family in the next couple of weeks. It can also be, yeah, very, very important to stay grounded because Venus is going to touch with Neptune. Neptune is now in the sign of Aries. Trust your instincts. There can be a very, very potent spiritual connection coming forward for you inside of your home. So yeah, very special. Neptune in the sign of your home can also bring this inspired new vision about where you want to live, who you want to live with. You can idolize your family life as well. And it's also like can also simply be about visiting family or simply refreshing your living space. But the deeper theme is really to create an environment that really nurtures you emotionally. So and a lot of Capricorns are going to experience more family visits, or also deepening their bond with their children, because Venus rules your 5th house of children, or deepening some kind of a bond with a new law of attraction or your current partner. And if you felt a little bit uprooted or a little bit unsettled during all these retrogrades and all these eclipses, Venus now through your 4th is really going to help you to create a more true sense of home again. So focus on creating a home that feels beautiful, supportive, and authentic to you. And also stay open to real estate opportunities. And also channel all this creativity and this fire into home projects, into renovations, or in your decor. And also an important one, because it's going to trine Mars in your 8th house, which is going to be rather intense and really heartfelt for you in a very deep way. The 8th house is very intense. Really trust your instincts about where and with whom you feel truly at home. That is the most important part of this transit. So I wish you the best of luck. We have Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You are gonna have Venus re-entering into the sign of Aries in your 3rd house. And the 3rd house is about communication, travel, learning, local environment, your siblings, your neighbors. It's going to bring this very lively, dynamic, and passionate energy into your daily life. And it's going to make conversations more engaging, your relationships with your siblings more important, and also opening the door to like exciting new projects or even short distance trips. If you need to podcast something, if you need to speak something about something, very, very positive energy here, especially the 3rd and last week of May. Communication and learning are the key themes here. And the 3rd house is going to spark creativity in how you speak and how you write and how you teach and how you connect with others in your local environment. And a lot of you Aquariuses are going to feel very inspired to take a new course, to start writing something, to launch a podcast, or to simply share your ideas with a wider audience. So yeah, local travel can be about tech updates as well. The 3rd house also rules cars, so vehicles, electronics. Some aquas are gonna feel the urge to like splurge on a new car. They are gonna want to book a new spontaneous trip. Have some new kind of tech gadget that is gonna like enhance the way they speak, communicate, or learn. And purchases that are gonna make now are likely aimed to like at improving your daily experience. But be a bit mindful with overspending if your finances are still a bit destabilizing from Saturn. Also, connections with siblings, roommates, neighbors are going to be more significant. They're going to be very important conversations, potentially very bold ones, very unexpected ones. And with Venus influence here in that realm of the 3rd house, these interactions are really to harmonize or to like really beautify your surroundings. But be mindful that some passionate discussions could arise. And today and the next couple of days, Venus is on Neptune, so you need to be extra mindful of talking with clarity and avoid making like assumptions in sensitive conversations. Venus rules your 4th house of home and your 9th house of travel. So yeah, the 3rd house is like locally, short distance. But Venus rules your 9th house, which is long distance. So yeah, perfect to make a trip right now. Can also be about decisions about moving. Maybe some of you are gonna invest in new education platform, in new courses, books, things to listen to. And also, if you travel right now, it can like really change your philosophy as well. And if you are on the travel, there could be some fiery conversation or some spontaneous trip that is going to change your perspective and open these new paths that you like hadn't considered before. So if you can go on a trip right now, that is like the best thing to do in the next few weeks. So let me know where you are going through. Or if you're just gonna stay at home. It's gonna be an adventure in itself at home as well, so don't worry. I'm sending you the best of luck. Thank you so much, Arno. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the hard work. I needed to see this. The stars were aligned. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Arno. That is so, so sweet. Thank you so much for the support. Without all of you guys following this journey along, yeah, that would not be possible. So thank you all so much. Last but not least, we have Venus. We have Pisces. I'm getting hungry. That's like why I'm making mistakes right now. It's like 7:30. I cannot wait to eat. So yeah, my dear Pisces, sun, moon, or rising, you are gonna have Venus moving into your 2nd house of money, personal resources, self-worth, and also your value system. So after weeks of Venus amplifying your sign and really like changing your personal presence, your emotions, and your style, and Pisces, this shift like really turns the attention outward. So it's going to help you build real tangible value in your life. A very strong and beneficial transit for financial growth, for boosting your self-confidence. Also, yeah, money, income, and material stability all come in sharp focus over the next few weeks. And you can receive blessings in that with the trine to Mars in your 6th house of work. So yeah, She's like encouraging you to attract more resources, really ask you what you're worth and if you're asking enough money for what you're doing. And also, you may feel more confident and really discussing salary increases, or setting higher prices for your services, and making these financial moves that are going to be very, yeah, very important for you. And like, do you see the purple light? This is like so weird. I am starting Pisces, the sign of purple color, and like my screen just turns purple because of the sun. Like I've never had this happening. So I think the universe is saying like Pisces, big money blessings are inbound. So yeah, it's really about your own worth. Yeah, you're becoming like more independent, more assertive about what you deserve, especially on a financial level, and also on an emotional and also spiritual level. You had like the whole package, my dear Pisces, with all these retrogrades back into your sign. It was crazy, insane, right? So there's this new courage emerging, a willingness to really invest yourself, in your talents and in your goals, really without needing this outside validation. Be careful about impulse spending. With Venus in the second house, you can be like, oh, that's beautiful, I'm gonna buy this. But it's like, it's difficult to sometimes stop you. So yeah, don't get swept up in these wants and needs. Yeah, before you make big purchases, really tune in with yourself emotionally if you really need that, or if you're just like wasting your money. It can be a team. Be sure to tap into the positive energy of this transit and really like attract new things, and don't overspend with Venus. Venus can be very indulgent, very like, oh, take my money, it's so beautiful. So be a bit mindful about that. So yeah, on the other hand, a good investment would be art. If you have this beautiful art piece and you want to invest in that, that can be like something very, very good for the future. So make sure you invest in the right things, not in things that only bring you joy, but in things that eventually could add to your wealth. That is going to be important. So know your worth. Don't be afraid to ask for what you deserve. Invest in yourself, and it's going to strengthen your self-esteem, and you will receive blessings on that level. So really channel these creative urges into projects that are going to support both your passion and also are going to make profit of that. So yeah, I wish you good luck, my dear Pisces. And Arnold says, oh my God, so purple. It's like, purple Astrid, the universe is talking to you. I have taught blocks via Capri, and you needed a sip of water right after that sign. Yeah, it's true. And like, I've never had my screen turning so purple. And normally I also like close my thingy, and there's like such a small window of light coming through. And okay, I'm gonna have to make sure next time this won't happen again. But thank you all so much for joining, and I wish you the best of luck. And I will see you back again, I think, for the full moon in Scorpio. If I have time, I will try to make a Pluto retrograde video, because that's like the next big shift that is gonna pop up. On May the 4th, Pluto is gonna shift to its retrograde motion, and we're gonna see and feel that over the weekend. So if you have any questions, yeah, feel free to hit me up and let me know. And I'm now gonna leave this purple aura thing, and I'm like all sending you a lot of love, and really enjoy this Venus in a fire sign trining her cosmic lover, Mars in a fire sign. Enjoy the heat, and don't get burned. Bye bye.